Let's talk about the environment a little bit. One of the biggest tourist draws to Maine is the natural beauty. Is there a way to balance that with our need to expand business?
I think so. I'm rather fond of Larry Warren's project up in western and central Maine, this Hudson Trail system that he's developing. I represent a lot of people that are trying to make a living off tourism up that way, either through the rafting industry, the hunting and fishing, skiing. And the theme that they present to me is fairly consistent. The future of tourism in Maine is to get people to come up here for longer periods of time. This idea of taking a beer run up from Boston in order to go down the river quick and go home is not doing it for us. We need people to come up and go rafting and then go bicycling and then go out and go hiking and maybe go canoeing and do other things. And in order to get people, to convince people to take those kinds of leisurely and longer vacations, we need to offer them different settings, packages. And one of the rafting companies up home, for example, is combining with a resort in another county to offer a diverse experience over the course of a 3-day weekend. And it's all very well to entertain people for 1 or 2 nights in one location, but they like to pick up and move. And that's particularly true, of course, of the ATV and snowmobile crowd. They want to be on the move all the time.
Right.
So, and then you have the non-motorized people that want to move as well. So this is why Larry Warren's idea of having huts 12 miles apart is just perfect for cross-country skiing and for summertime hiking and that sort of thing. So I think that the tourism dollars that Maine spends, and Maine spends about $8 million a year on tourism development. The government does. The state government spends that much. And there's talk of spending more. If this tax reform bill goes through in June, it will go from $8 million up to closer to 12. I think we need to look at the rim counties, the central Maine counties, the counties where the Appalachian Mountains go through, and start thinking about the mountains as a whole and how to market that experience, the mountain and river experience, as a combined package. Right now, each county or each tourism district gets to spend about $94,000 a year on promoting what's going on in its own district. Right. Kennebec, Somerset, for example, gets that money to do its own. But I think we need to encourage these districts, these adjoining districts, to work together to promote things that are common to a larger region, so that we can get people from Europe and from the Midwest and from the South to come up to Maine to have maybe a week-long experience.
Right.
I think that's the future. I didn't bring mine with me, but they want their BlackBerries and they want their they want wireless internet access at high speed, thank you very much, broadband, nothing but. And they want their BlackBerries to work. And I got a county. I would say I think it's fair to say that far more than half of my county's geographic area, Somerset County, far more than half of it does not have access to either. Not good access to either.
Right.
I can say that freely because so much of it is just raw woods. But in any case, that's why this 3-ring binder and the fiber optic backbone that's going to be provided will be really important to develop tourism. We're not going to get tourists to come here if they can't bring their laptops and their BlackBerries.